Hello YouTube, how's it going? Today we're going to be talking about the Calvin cycle, also known as light independent reactions. So Calvin cycle, light independent. What that means, as it says, light independent, it doesn't need light to go. So the Calvin cycle has four main steps into it. The first step is going to be carbon fixation. And so carbon fixation, what you're doing, you're taking 6 carbon dioxides and you're adding 6 RUBP, which is a molecule that's already in the plant. It's a 5 carbon molecule, and here each one of these is a 1 carbon molecule. So if you do the math, you're gonna have your 6C, and here you're gonna have 5 times 6 is gonna be 30C. So you're gonna have in total 36 carbons in the reactants, and you're gonna be converting these into 12 PGAs. And each one of these PGAs is a 3 carbon molecule. So notice how in the reactants we started with a total of 36 carbons, and in the products we also ended up with 36 carbons. Because each one of these is 3 carbons, so 3 times 12 is 36. So now, that's the first step in this reaction. The second step in this reaction is, it's kind of complicated, but I'm going to just give you the end product of it and what's happening, the bigger picture. So in the second step, you're taking these 12 PGAs that we made, 12 PGAs, and you're gonna phosphorylate them and you're gonna reduce them. So ultimately what you're gonna end up is that 12 PGA is gonna become 12 G3Ps. Okay, so now we can go to the third step, and then here I'll put here redox plus phosphorylation. So now once this is done, we have at the third step, we're starting off with a 12 G3P. This step, actually let me type what this step is called regeneration. Basically, in this step, you're taking your 12 G3Ps that you got from step 2, and you're gonna regenerate. You're gonna regenerate these 12 G3Ps. 10 of them are gonna become RUBP, which can be used again in step 1 to make new 12 PGAs. So really, we're only left with 2 G3Ps. So the 12 here, once again, 12 G3Ps, 10 of them are going to become RUBP, and then the remaining 2 are going to stay G3P. And then this 10 RUBP, it's going to be used to start up future Calvin cycles. So it's going to be here, the reactant in step 1. Finally, once this is done, we're on step 4. We are left with the 2 G3Ps. Oops, 2 G3P. And these are going to give us our glucose. So basically, the whole purpose of the Calvin cycle is to fix carbon into glucose. And now, since we have talked about every step about the Calvin cycle, it is important to give you some tips and tricks that go, some of the math that goes with it. So at the end, we ended up with 2 G3Ps that made our glucose. So the Calvin cycle is an endergonic reaction that's non-spontaneous. So what these words mean endergonic means it has a positive delta G, and non-spontaneous means that it needs energy to occur. It doesn't occur naturally. You have to invest energy, you have to put in the work for it to happen. So, here we are investing energy. For every G3P that we're making here, every G3P to make costs 9 ATP. So 9 ATP per G3P. And we need 2 G3Ps to make 1 glucose. So if you need 2 G3Ps, that means 2 times 9 gives you 18. So you need 18 ATPs to make 1 glucose. So let's say we were making a disaccharide then, which is like 2 glucoses together. Then you'll need glucose plus another glucose. And we already said previously that every glucose needs 2 G3Ps, and every G3P needs 9. So in total you need 18 ATP plus 18 ATP to make a disaccharide. So 36 ATP total to make disaccharide. Disaccharides. Can't spell anymore. So this is most of the math that goes into it. One last thing is that the Calvin cycle, it's basically a circle. It's constantly happening, and it's constantly it doesn't stop. It's always occurring. So the biggest so in every six turns the Calvin cycle happens. Every 6 turns you make 1 ATP. I'm sorry, every 6 turns you make 1 glucose. You get 1 glucose. So this is just one nifty trick. Instead of going through the whole process, just know that every 6 turns you're gonna get 1 glucose made. And yeah, that's everything you need to know about glucose. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry, everything you need to know about the Calvin cycle. Thank you guys for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you. Bye-bye.